Hello and welcome back to all of you. My name is Vishal Manocha, your host for this session, and I'm the Director of Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario, and we have got two offices back home in India and another location in Alberta, Calgary. Welcome back to our live session. This is 11 right now. It's 11 a.m. in Canada right now, and India 9:30 p.m. Welcome back to our live session. We have this session every Friday. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for asking questions. So this session is all about giving you an opportunity to ask any question you have, any doubt you have regarding immigration, and also an opportunity for me to give you the update. What happened in the last 1 week during what happened in the last 1 week in the immigration industry. So stay tuned for a lot of updates we have. The good news will be the express entry surprise draw we will be discussing, which was held just day before yesterday, which was not expected, but this is the second draw in 1 week, and again the number of invitations went was 5,500. We will be discussing about the scores and how will be the future draws will look like from here. We will be talking about it in detail. Then we have a good news for visitor visa and super visa clients. Yes, there are chances if you are willing to apply for a visitor visa or a super visa to Canada, this is the best time for you to apply. According to the latest news, the chances are definitely that your chances of getting a visitor visa to Canada will be high. We will be talking about in detail why is that so and why this is the best time to invite your parents or grandparents on a super visa or your relatives or known one on a visitor visa. Even if you don't have a relative or somebody in Canada but you want to visit Canada, again this could be the best time for you to apply. Again, I'll advise all my clients, if you have any question, any doubt, kindly post it into the comment section. While we are discussing all those updates, we will be definitely get time to answer your questions. So comment section में kindly write your question and I will also answer those questions for you. Kindly go ahead if you have any question. We will be going answering them during our live session. Also, we will be discussing about visitor visa portal glitch, which happened this week. IRCC is rectifying that, but make sure you are aware of what exactly the glitch is. You may have seen your file which you have submitted been deleted from the online portal. Don't worry about it. Definitely there is some system glitch. IRCC is aware about it and they are working to get that thing glitch removed. We will be talking more about it, what exactly happened and how long it could take before that could be rectified. Then we'll be talking about IEC International Experience Class Stream Open for 2023. What is this stream all about? Who all are qualified and why student or client from Indian national are not qualified in this stream. This is very important. We will be discussing about because we have already seen a lot of agents have already started lying about the stream and that even Indian people can apply through the stream and they don't need an LMI. So we will be talking about more about it in detail. Also, we will be talking about how you can check your LMI is a genuine LMI, how you can verify that, and is there actual a way to find out if the LMI which has been issued is a positive one. So stay tuned for that. That is a very important update for people who are planning to who have applied for an LMI and looking for a work permit option through that. So let's get back to the most exciting news about the express entry draw. A surprise draw was held this Wednesday, a couple of days ago. The number of invitations sent were 5,500 and the CRS score was 490. Now we all know we were not expecting that to happen. We all were scared that after the previous draw which was held last Wednesday where the score was 507, people got scared that we may not get a score lower coming to 490. Even idea was maybe it could take a month or so before we get to the same 490 mark. But surprisingly, IRCC got another draw day for yesterday where they've invited 5,500 people, which was the same number from the previous draw. And on top of that, as I said, the CRS went down to 490, which is the lowest since the express entry draw resumed in July 2022. The previous lowest was 491, and now it is 490. So this is the lowest score, cutoff score, since the draw resumed in July 2022, which was after 8 months when the draw was resumed. So that is something very exciting to see. Yes, that will give some confidence into the people who have got score ranging to around 470, 480, and they may be expecting another draw coming up and score dropping that low. But let's see how the future draws go. You never know, they will maybe coming a specific CEC draw, Canadian Experience Class draw, which were regularly held during pandemic. You may also see that draw coming up, and that draw will be definitely lower than this, and will be inviting more people who are in Canada as a temporary foreign worker who have already got Canadian experience. You can expect a draw coming them maybe for them also very soon, where the score could drop to even less than 470. So stay tuned for that one. That could also be around the corner, because Canadian experience class basically benefits all the people who are already in Canada, who have got at least 1 year of Canadian experience. They are qualified, and the chances are that even that draw is around the corner, and you may never know that draw coming up and score could even drop to 470, 480, but we are not 100% sure. Let's see how it goes, but it seems like that CEC draw could be maybe the next one coming up very soon. So if you are scoring 460, 470 and you think 490 is still far off for you, maybe CEC can help you getting an invitation. So that's how things goes. So let me answer. Meanwhile, before I go to the next update, we will be talking about. Let me take 2 questions posted by the comments section in the comment section right now. If you have any question, आपके mind में कोई भी question है, kindly post it into the comment section. I can answer that for you. It could be regarding to study permit, work permit, spousal, PR. Just write it into the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer that for you. So the first one is how many days CAPE notes can we get? The normal processing time, CAPE notes, first let me explain what CAPE notes are. We also call them as ATIP notes. So CAPE notes are, say example, you applied for a study, not even, you applied for any application to Canada, the study permit, work permit, if it gets rejected, or even if you want to, not even just rejected, if you want to see what happened in your file, what was submitted in the file, and you need to get hold of the file, you can apply for ATIP notes. Usually, people who apply for ATIP notes have got refusals in the visa application they have submitted. So this ATIP notes give you the detailed explanation and detailed reason of why your visa was refused. So if your visa was refused and you're not sure what are the reasons, and you want to find out what exactly was the problem in your application, then you need to apply for ATIP notes, or we call it also the CAPE note. The processing time of those notes is around, normal processing time is 30 days, but during pandemic and even now, it could even get 90 days. So within 30 to 90 days, you can expect that to get back, get the ATIP notes. That ATIP note or those ATIP notes will give you all the information about what was the exact reason why officer, for example, you applied for a study permit. You'll find a detailed reason about what officer actually find was not correct in your file, and what was the exact reason and why he didn't seem that you could be a right person entering Canada, and why that was rejected. So that is the purpose of applying for CAPE note, or we also call it that ATIP note. So if you're somebody, if you want to get hold of that, because if a temporary foreign worker cannot apply, you need somebody as a permanent resident or a citizen can only apply for those notes. So that is something, again, as I said, if you need that information, we do help people apply for those ATIP notes, and the processing time is around 30 to 90 days. Even with the help of this ATIP notes, example, you have submitted an application, the agent submitted some document, but he never gave you those documents, and you want to know what exactly was submitted, in your application. So there is even a process for that. If the process remains the same, it's still called ATIP note. The processing time is for them is 90 days, but with that you get hold of all the documents you have submitted in the PR in any application you have submitted. So जो भी document आपने उस file में लगाए हैं, you can get those documents from IRCC, because especially from India, we have seen there are a lot of agents who submit documents, and client is not even aware of what exactly documents were submitted. So if you want to get hold of that, ATIP note is the best thing to apply and get that information. So I hope that answered your question, Nikita. The second question is from Mandeep Singh, sir. Any update about OINP International Graduate Stream 65 score? Okay. So you have already created your profile. So International Graduate Stream is for Ontario is for those international students who are in Canada, who have completed their education in the who are in Ontario and completed their education in the last 2 years, are eligible for International Graduate Stream. You need to have an employer who can sponsor you for the stream. Only then you can apply under the stream. The way of doing it is you create an expression of interest on the OINP portal. Like Mandeep have already created that, and he is scoring 65 points, 65 scores. So basically, when you apply for OINP expression of interest, you will get a score, and then you have to wait for the draws. I'm pretty sure Mandeep International Graduate Stream should be opening up very soon. This is one of very popular stream from last many years. So that stream should, because we are just in the beginning of 2023. All the provinces have their quota still available to apply to invite people for PR. International Graduate Stream is one of the popular stream, and we are hoping that to be opening up very soon. So stay tuned for that, and you are scoring good. 67.5 is a good score. You have a chance of getting an invitation, but let's see when exactly it comes up, but it should be around the corner now. Okay. Thank you, Mandeep, for asking question. If you have any further question, definitely you can ask me. Okay. Now, carrying on with the next update regarding visitor visa and super visa application. There is a very good news for all people who are looking to apply for a visitor visa and want to come to Canada to visit. As per the latest news been announced, because there is a huge backlog on a visitor visa application, around 400,000 applications are there, and because the IRCC wants to reduce the backlog they have, which still stands at around 2.1 million applications overall, they want to reduce that backlog. So as per the recent news, which is a great news for people who are willing to apply for a visitor visa or who have already applied, IRCC has waived it's a temporary measure they have taken to reduce the backlog. They have waived out 2 requirements, which were one of the most important requirements for you to get a visitor visa. One condition they have waived is that you may not be now judged on that will you return back to your home country after completion of your stay. Now this was one of the very important factor which was considered by an IRCC officer before making a visitor visa decision. So now that has been temporarily waived off. Secondly, also about funds, they cannot, obviously you have to have other parameters, you need to match all the other parameters before your visitor visa has been granted. You have to still show your social circle, your financial stability in your home country before the visitor visa can be granted. But that condition itself is a big condition which has been waived off, where you will not be judged on will you return back to your home country or not. So that gives the officer a much more liberty of looking at the application and deciding onto the application, keeping other parameters in mind, maybe not this one, but other parameters in mind. So that is a very, very good news. So if you want to apply for a visitor visa right now, you can apply for a visitor visa, and super visa, chances of them getting approved are higher. Also, I would like to share the recent visitor visa or super we have submitted. We are getting results in 6 days, in 12 days, super visas and visitor visas are getting approved. This is again a very, very good news. We have recently got, the client was here on a work permit. He applied for his brother who is doing grade 12 and mother. Both got visa in 7 working days. Both of them, they've got the visa in 7 working days. And as I said, brother was just doing grade 12 back home in India. So you can see, we can already see positive results coming up. Another super visa, I think we got approved this week itself. That was approved in 6 working days. So 6 working days, 7 working days, we are getting super visa and visitor visa approved. So this is the best time for you to apply for a visitor visa if you are looking to come to Canada to visit. For your brother, your sister, your parents, if they want to come and study, then this is the best time for them, for you to apply. Which has already submitted, not for upcoming files. Yes, Mandeep, you're right. This is basically for the, as I said, IRCC is trying to reduce the backlog of the application, and this majorly applies to those. But as I said, the recent application, if we have applied, I was just telling you right now, we got those, all those also got approved in 6 to 7 days. So there seems to be something positive going around for visitor visa and super visa. So that's why I'm suggesting this is maybe the best time for you to apply. Now, there was a scary thing which happened regarding this visitor visa portal. If you were somebody who have submitted a visitor visa application online through a portal, then you might have seen your application be deleted from the system, or you may not be able to see that in the system. So that is something that happened on this Tuesday or Monday. I think it was Tuesday morning when it happened. So don't be worried about it. IRCC is aware of it, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't some IT glitch, and they are working to restore. You might have already seen your file being restored, and you can see it onto the portal. If it's not, it could take another couple of days before it's been done, but just be rest assured, if you have applied for a visitor visa and you are not able to see your file onto the portal, don't worry about it. The IRCC is aware about it, and definitely it seems to be some technical, because in fact when we opened our portal, we have submitted around 100 visitor visas application around, and out of that we were only able to see 25 in our system. The rest we were not able to see them, especially the one which were recently applied. So we could see now that we have got few of the application have been retrieved, and I'm pretty sure rest also will be retrieved very soon. So as I said, it's basically seems to be a system glitch, and definitely I'm pretty sure IRCC will definitely work on that and improve on that one as soon as possible. Now let's talk about the next update we have, or the discussion I would like to take in this session is the OINP skilled trade class draw, which was recently held, and the number of invitation, the CRS was 336. Now, what is this Ontario skilled trade class draw? Basically, Ontario has this very popular stream where they have this OINP skilled trade class draw, which happens very regularly. Last year, the minimum score under this cutoff was 226. So it goes as low as that. It went as low as that in last year. This year, we have got the first draw, and the score was 336. Not bad at all. This was, although there are a lot of NOC knock which qualified under this draw, but in this stream particular draw, the people who got the invitations have a specific skill set. They were invited, and not everybody under this program were invited. So this was an Ontario skilled trade draw which targeted specific skills which are very high in demand and very short in Canada. Surprisingly, it's very surprised to see we have been contacted by a lot of employers that they need cooks, they need chefs. Not pretty sure why, although baker are part of this program, Ontario Skilled Trade Cup, not sure why cook or chefs are not a part of this program. Those are the people which are very, very high in demand. People are looking for those sort of people. Employers do call us every day if we have got any people who are looking to come to Canada. If you have any resumes who are a genuine chef or a cook back home and they want to come and work in Ontario, they are ready to offer them a job, even help them in PR processing if required, or if client is eligible. But unfortunately, I'm not sure why that NOC knock of cook and chef are still not part of the stream. Hopefully, Ontario will put that also under the stream, and we can get that skill shortage filled up as soon as possible. On that note, I would also like to share Canada as a country as a whole is definitely facing a problem of, it's a labor shortage problem right now. I myself is looking for a good employer to join our company. We are not able to find a good candidate. And even I was speaking to a couple of people yesterday, everybody of them is looking to hire people, but unfortunately we are not able to find a good candidate to join and fulfill the requirement. So if you know somebody and if you want to be a part of our team and if you want to join us, you can send us your resume, and if we definitely like your resume, and we can also invite you for an interview or going forward for a training period with us. So yes, labor shortage is there in Canada, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of things still need to be done. Already we know IRCC is working on a lot of application definitely, and a lot of new programs to uh, fulfill this labor shortage requirement, and we have to still aggressively maybe find more opportunities, more options, so that we don't feel that labor shortage in the economy. Right now, yes, every employer is facing that. So if you are somebody who's looking, people are saying a recession is coming, but I don't not pretty sure how that looks like with us and the people I've been speaking to. They all need people. They need jobs. There are a lot of jobs opportunity available in Canada. We just need a right candidate to fill that position. And as I said, I'm also hiring. If you are looking for a job, and if you want to send your resume, you are more than welcome to send that to us. So that was another update we have regarding the labor shortage and how we will be addressing that Canada might be addressing in future. The next I would like to discuss on the topic is the international experience class stream, which was open for 2023 very recently. Now this is one of the stream which has been marketed very wrongly by a lot of agents we have seen, especially not in Canada but maybe in other countries, especially in India also we have seen that this stream is open also for nationals from all of us are eligible under the stream. This is not correct. Not everybody is eligible under the stream. There is a list of countries who are eligible under international graduate stream. So not all of us are eligible under this stream. So not all nationals are eligible under the stream, and Indians are not eligible under the stream. Just to let you know, we are not eligible under this particular stream. Our country is not part of that program. There are specific countries through which you can get it. Yes, the information is correct that you don't need an LMI. The LMI is not required for international graduate stream. Basically, the way it works is the employer will invite you. It's basically they come on a holiday working visa. They don't need an LMI, but still an employer need to process an offer of employment. They need to go through that process. They need to pay that compliance fees of $230 before you can apply. So don't be fooled by the agents that you can apply for international graduate stream. There's no LMI required, and from India also you can come. That is not correct information. Indian nationals are not allowed to apply, and so they are basically not allowed. They're not eligible under the stream. The country is not part of that program. There are specific countries. If you are a citizen, also if you're a citizen of those countries like Austria, Australia, and there were a lot of them are mentioned on the website. You can look there. You have to be a citizen of that country. Even if you are a permanent resident of that country, you are not allowed to apply under the stream. So only citizens of those particular countries which are mentioned under this program are eligible to apply. As I said, you don't need an LMI, but employers still need to go through the process of applying an offer of employment, getting you that number which has been generated by the system, and then you can apply under that stream. So that's how the stream works. So as I said, you need to be aware of the agents who are promoting it wrongly. You need to be aware that this stream is definitely not for Indian national. So don't get into trap and don't become a part of this victim of the stream. So international graduate stream is open for January 2023, and definitely the internationals who are eligible can apply. If they find an employer, they can definitely apply under that stream. Now, coming to another very important discussion we have today is LMI. We get a lot of LMI sent from India to us asking us to verify, is this a genuine LMI? Is this been issued by ESDC, or it has just been generated by agent? It's very, very definitely you may come across some of the samples which I have seen coming from my home country itself, that it seems to be very similar to the one there which are exactly issued by ESDC, but you are not able to actually verify if they are genuine or not. But there is a way through which you can actually figure out that your LMI is genuine or not. There's a website called open.canada.ca, And under that temporary foreign worker stream, you can find the LMI was issued by ESDC, who is the employer for that LMI and to whom it has been issued. That information is available online, and you can see that information and verify and check if your LMI, which has been issued or provided to you by your immigration consultant or by employer, is genuine or not. So yes, there is a way to find out how to check the LMI, and if you are aware, you have to make sure that you can, if you want to verify, yes, it can be done. The site is open.canada.ca, and you can, under temporary foreign worker, you can check about your LMI status over there. So that will save you from the agents who might have sent you or maybe not a genuine LMI. If you want to verify it, yes, there is a way and you can do that. So I have a question with Raj Barar. I'll take up that question, and definitely we'll have just one more update before we will be wrapping up the session for today. I sent my passport for stamping KRV. It's delivered on 9 January, Ottawa. Any idea how many days it takes to get it back? Okay. If you have submitted on 9th of January, so today is 20th, so around 11 days, around 7-8 working days. Maybe by end of January, you can expect the passport to come back, Raj. Usually it takes around 2 to 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure in the beginning of next week, you will get a message that your passport is ready for dispatch, and you should be able to get back your passport by end of next week. Not more than that. So usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks. Sometime, obviously in COVID, it was taking longer, but right now it is taking around 3 to 4 weeks. So I think by end of this month, you should be able to get back your passport. Basically, why do you need this? Now, this is a very important thing. A lot of people, they don't know that they need a TRV, temporary resident visa. So basically, say example, you were on a study permit. That study permit was expired. You applied for your work permit. Now you have got a work permit, a hard copy of your work permit in your hand. Now, does that work permit allow you to travel outside country? No. So if you want to travel outside Canada, you need to have a stamp on your passport. It's a similar stamp which you got when you actually entered Canada for the first time. You need that stamp. Now, but if that stamp has expired, but you still have a valid work permit or a study permit, you want to travel back home to your home country, you need to have that TRV stamp on your passport. So that is a separate application you need to do. It's an easy application. It takes a month before you get a decision and another 3 to 4 weeks before you get a passport returned back. But that's what Raj's question is. Now he has got his TRV approval. He definitely is planning to move back, going back to his country. And I'll advise all the clients who have got an extension on study permit and work permit, and if their TRV is expired, make sure you apply that and you have that TRV with you. If you don't have the TRV, you will not be allowed to go back to you can go back to your home country, but to come back, you will not be allowed, because some people get confused that I've got a work permit, I have got a validity of 3 years, so I can go back and come back to Canada. No, that is not how it works. So you need to do a separate application to apply to get a stamp on your passport. The application approved takes around 4 weeks. Once that get approved, then you have to send your passport for stamping, and then it takes another 3 to 4 weeks before the passport is been stamped. So that's how it actually works, and that's what TRV is. So then I would like to recap the session we had today, the update we have today before we discuss. Before we obviously we'll be meeting up again next Friday again for this show. We have this show every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and in India right now 9:30. So do definitely join this show and ask your question, whatever you have. I'll be happy to answer that for you. So basically, what we have discussed in this session was the Express Entry surprise Express Entry draw, so there have been 2 Express Entry draw in the last 1 week. The last Wednesday, the score was 507, and the invitation was 5500. And this week, Wednesday, again a surprise draw came where the number of invitations were 550 again, but CRS dropped to 490, which is the lowest since the beginning of draw being resumed in July 2022 after pandemic. So this is the lowest score ever, 490. The previous was 491. Second, if you have if you have applied for a visitor visa work permit, or your application is already in the process, for a visitor visa, this may be a best time. We are getting results in 5 to 10 working days after applying for a visitor visa and super visa. Also, the previous application will be now prioritized, and it will be definitely, you'll be getting your results soon. There are few conditions being waived off for an officer to assess your application. The major one, which is there, will be that the officer will no longer will be making a decision on the ground that you will not return back to your country after the visa has been granted. So that criteria or eligibility section has been temporarily waived off to reduce the backlog which Canada has for the visitor visa and study permit, visitor visa and super visa application. So that is the good news for you. Third we discussed was the visitor visa portal glitch. So there were a lot of applications which was deleted from the system. They are now back, or you will be seeing them back. So nothing to worry about. There's definitely some system glitch, and IRCC is hopefully will be resolving that very soon, and you will see your application coming back to the portal, and you can check that your status of your application very soon. Then we discussed about the OINP skill trade draws, which were recently held, which was a category, which targeted certain NOC knock and number of invitations, like the CRS was 336 under this draw. We also discussed about how can you verify your LMI and also the international experience class stream. Just to let you know that international experience class stream, because I don't want you to get fooled by the agents on that one. A lot of people in India are promoting that you guys are eligible and you don't need an LMI. That is not true. Indian nationals are not eligible under that stream. So that was it all for this session. My name is Vishal Manocha. I am the owner and director at Networth Immigration Solutions. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario. The another location is in Alberta, Calgary. Then we have 2 locations back home in India, in Karnal and Kurukshetra. So if you need any help regarding PR application, study permit application, or any sort of help, definitely you can contact us. And also before I leave, we let you know we have seats available for May 2023 for onshore and offshore both. 31st December is the last day to apply for offshore application, and onshore we still have a lot of seats. Also to let you know, Canada College which has a campus in GTA, Mississauga, Brampton and Scarborough, is going to open up very soon for September 2023. So if you want to study in Canada College, you need to get your application ready as soon as possible, because the portal for that college opens up just hardly for a day. So make sure you are aware of that and you know what application you want to submit. If you are somebody who wants to study in Canada College, which is in GTA, which has campus in Brampton, Mississauga and Scarborough, the application can open anytime for September 2023 for onshore and offshore both. So with that note, thank you all for joining into this session. I will see you live back again next Friday. Till then, goodbye. Have a good weekend, a good week ahead, and we will see you back live again next Friday. Till then, goodbye.